Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Mosai, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahai, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praises honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekah Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, already accepted or not. In the sincere salutation to all the arguing, pushing this truth and believing this truth, with the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Awaz who are listening learning, if you sisters who are listening learning. I'm Isaiah from Jim Solano Camp coming at you another lesson of truth, facts, faith, and edification. Under the daily edification, Lord, will be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Ronald Dalton, why is there a space force? Why is there a sixth branch of the military, which is a space force? Now, I wasn't going to use, I was just using this title to get a response. Maybe I wouldn't have got a response, I don't know. But I was going to go into something else about, I was going to title, Remember What the Lord Did to Our Enemies. But I'm going to do that, the Lord will not do that tomorrow. So, and my internet had went out because I'm having a problem with my modem. And I was told that I got to upgrade my modem. So, Lord wouldn't let me get that done. But I had to go turn my modem off because when I was doing the live, the modem went out. So anyway, and I wasn't going to go into this topic, why is there a space force? But I guess that was the Lord telling me to go ahead and deal with it. So I'm going to deal with it. So, but this guy say UFOs are not coming back for the Israelites, right? Well, why is there a space force, man? Why did these devils create a space force? You had these other presidents that mentioned it, and Trump act on it, right? Well, I don't know if it was Ronald Reagan or one of these guys that was talking about a space force creating. I think it was Ronald Reagan, and then Trump acted on it. So, Ronald Dalton, why is there a space force if UFOs, aka spaceships, better known as chariots in the Bible, right? Why is there a space force if the chariots of the Lord is not real? So let's just deal with this. So this is Isaiah 66 and 15. Because the scripture talks about a war, right? Let me get this first. I did a lesson on this other week, and it's spiritual how everything always come back full circle, man. So is that Revelations 12? Let's see. Don't tell me it's finna go out. Okay. So here, Revelation 12 and 7, and it reads, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. Now, as the elders been going into dealing with this, the Bible, matter of fact, let's read this first. In Psalms, let's get this, because to understand what's going on in these scriptures, you got to understand that the Bible is in parables, man. This is Psalm 78. In verse 2, it reads, matter of fact, let's read 1. Give ear, my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. So this Bible is in parables and dark sayings. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, right? This is Hosea. It's Hosea 12 and 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. Let's look at this word similitudes. See, I was going to do something else, but I guess the Lord told me to do this.
Strong's H 1819. Dama. Dama.
So it's a to compare, to resemble, liken, consider, compare, devise, mean, think, use similitudes, right? To imagine, think, to make oneself like, compare. And that's why Apostle Paul always say, when you're reading these scriptures, you got to have a vision, man. You got to be a visionary. So it say, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. In Proverbs 1 and 5, it reads, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. So these are dark sayings. So in Revelations 12 and 7, it said, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Right? But where are they fighting at? Are they fighting in the spiritual realm? And there was war in heaven. What heaven is this? Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So where is this fight taking place at, man? This is a dark saying. This is a dark saying, man. But we know what it's talking about. This is talking about the so-called white man and his army fighting against Yahweh Shah and the angels, man. To just sum it all up. Now the guy this guy Ronald Dalton, he mentioned Revelations 19, right? Now you got to ask yourself, why did these devils create a sixth branch of the military, man? What is it for? And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, white representing pure, horse meaning power, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. So is Yahweh coming back on the chariot that Pharaoh was riding on? His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, because he's coming to conquer all nations, all the kings of the earth. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself, which is his rank, man. Okay, which is above all ranks. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, symbolic. This is a dark saying. And his name is called the Word of Power. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, right? Pure power, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses. So, why is these armies following the Messiah? In Psalms, I ain't want to deal with this no more because it's an overkill, man, at this point. It's an overkill, man. Like, it's an overkill, man. We know this guy can't get it, but hey, the Lord say rebuke them. So in Psalm 68 and 17, it reads, the chariots of power are 20,000, even thousands of angels. So is these angels riding on chariots like Pharaoh had? The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. So is the Lord and the angels riding on chariots that Pharaoh had? No, man. Now again it said in Revelation, it say verse 14, and the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in linen, white and clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Right? Like it. So these armies is what? It say the chariots of the Lord are 20,000, even thousands of angels. So back in Revelation, it say, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations. What nations? The heathens. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he tread the winepress of the prison of the wrath of Almighty power, which is in Isaiah 63. Okay? And he had on he had on his vesture and on his thigh name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Right? So here, verse 19, it reads, and I saw the beast. Who is the beast? This is EU, NATO, and North America. And I saw the beast is a system. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth. It said the kings of the earth. Who are the kings of the earth? Okay, you got Turkey, China, Iran, Russia, India, right? Sweden, France. These are the kings of the earth, man. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his armies. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he had deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive in the lake of fire, in the lake of fire burning with brimstone. So it said, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his armies. So in Revelations 12, this is talking about the so-called white man and the kings of the earth and their armies, man. Okay, start with North America, Babylon the Great. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. So why is there a sixth branch of the military? Why is there a space force? Ronald Dalton Jr. in Isaiah 66 and 15. It reads, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword would the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So what is this talking about, man? In Isaiah 34 and 1, see, God's wrath against the nations. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, you people, that the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations. It say all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. Now you can read this in Jeremiah 25, okay, starting at verse 14, man. Jeremiah 25, verse 14 on down to like 23. For the indignation means righteous anger of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Okay? Hold on, let's get this. Zephaniah 3. It reads, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth, shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." This is why they have a space force, man. Hold on, let me get this. Bear with me for a second. Let me pull this up. Bear with me here for a second. Let's get this. So, bear with me for a second here. I wanna get this clip. So hold on. Bear with me here for a second. I want to pull these two clips. Okay. Now, let me pull these up. Bear with me for a second here. Just want to play these two clips. See, Jake think this is a game, man. But this is not a game. This is serious. I want to show these two clips, man. So just bear with me here. So, all right. Let me show this. So this is the one I just did a lesson on this. So check this out.
All assets are clear to engage.
I see something.
I'm declaring DEFCON 1. We're going to war.
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
See, when they said war in heaven, it's talking about in the air, man.
The These aliens picked the wrong planet.
See, that's gonna be the war in heaven, man. Okay? Let me get this other clip. Now this other one is from the original movie, Independence Day, right? But this is part 2, Resurgent. Because on Resurgent, they had the space station, they had the space
We use
force.
their technology to strengthen our planet. But it won't be enough.
I see them in my dreams. They're coming back.
Today, you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation.
Hey, hold on, let me go back. Right here, when you see this laser beam, they got this right here, they're supposed to be on the moon. This is the Independence Day part 2. It's supposed to be on the moon right here, and this humongous chariot is coming, and they're gonna try to use a laser beam.
Persecution, but from annihilation. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. Fall back!
See, this gonna be the war in heaven.
We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate liberty.
See, the war in heaven is gonna be these devils trying to fight against the Lord and the angels, man. So again, why is there a space force, Ronald Dalton? Because the Lord said, Zephaniah 3 and 8, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay? Let's get this in Joel. See right here what it just said? The nations will be judged. How? Because they put their hand on the apple of the Lord's eye, man. Okay? For behold, Joel 3 and 1, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people Israel and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Who in the land of Israel right now? Edomites, man. Edomites and Israeli Edomites and Ishmaelites, man. Okay, you see? Let's get this word Jehoshaphat right here. Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat, man.
Strong's H 3092. Yehoshaphat. Yehoshaphat.
See, and I was showing this yesterday. Symbolically named of a valley near Jerusalem, which is the place of the ultimate judgment, maybe the deep ravine which separates Jerusalem from Mount of Olives, through which the Kidron flowed. This is what I was showing yesterday. So it say, this is verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let them, it say, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. You see, this is about a war that's finna go on, man. In Joel 2, now remember the map, and I read this yesterday, Joel 2 and 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, which is North America's army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea. Hold on. Let's see what it said for the east sea. Select it. Pop up. It said with his face towards the east sea, right? See what it gives us. Don't act up on me now. Okay. See, it won't give it. Okay. They ain't giving us nothing. So, former ancient Eastern, former Eastern, which is talking about the Persian Gulf. Okay, so it ain't showing it. So it ain't giving to us. Okay. But it's talking about the Persian Gulf. Let me see it say, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea. Let's see what it give for utmost. Okay, so it ain't giving it to us. Oh, it got Mediterranean in front, see the Dead Sea, east. So you got, can you really give it to us? So you got, I mean, when you go to the map, it shows you it's worded, but the its face towards the East Sea is the Persian Gulf, and his inner part is talking about the Red Sea. So see, say hinder the Western front sea, the Dead Sea. So let's go back. As a matter of fact, let me see something here real quick. Just want to see what it give you for C. See, right here, Red Sea. Okay, so I had to click on C. So for the hinder part, the Red Sea, right? And let's go back to the other sea for the face towards. See what this say. Well, both of them say C. Okay, H3220, but it probably worded different. Maybe. Let's see. No, it ain't showing. Okay, so it got the Red Sea, the Great Basin. Okay, see, Mediterranean Sea. So you got what they do show the Red Sea, which is the back. In the front is the Persian Gulf. So this is about a war, man. Okay, this is about a more. It said the Lord said, "But I will remove far from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land buried and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, the Persian Gulf, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea. And his things shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things." So that's why known as Babylon the Great. They have done great things in the earth, which is wickedness. So again, it say Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, because the mighty men and all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Come up to where? Yahweh Shabbat, man. Okay? It's a verse 12, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Now remember it said right here, the Lord say, I will also gather all nations, Joel 3:2, and will bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, right? So let's get this word plead right here. I want to show this. This word plead here, right? To judge, okay? To judge, defend, avenge, deliver, right? To judge. So I'm going to get this in Jeremiah 50 and 33. It say, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause. Right? You see? Again, this is a different plea. Say, to conduct a case or suit, to make complaint, to quarrel, to contend against, is a holy controversy, to defend, adversary, chide, complain, contend, debate. Okay, lay wait, plead, rebuke, strive thoroughly. So the Lord is coming to fight for Israel, for the elect, man. Do what? Revelation. Revelation chapter 9, verse 12, it reads, Revelation 9:12, it reads, it say, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. What's woe? Woe. A primary exclamation of grief. Okay? One woe is past, and behold, two woes. It say what? One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. This is Revelation 11 and 14. It reads, the second woe is past, and behold, a third woe coming quickly. Yeah, World War III, man. There has been two already, and a third one is approaching, man. So yeah, Lord, I just want to make some points on this. Because I wanted to do other lesson, but you know, it was gonna be too long at this point, cause I gotta lay down before I hit the plantation. But I'm gonna do it tomorrow, Lord willing. Lord willing, I get it in the morning. So Lord is edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. Bahashem Rekak Wadash. Oh, let me get one precept. Let's get one more. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, ready concepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the often preaching this truth and believing this truth with the four winds of the earth, the entire world. We're here the hopeful elect. And shalom to the outward who are listening and learning. If you sisters are listening and learning, Lord was edifying. Till next time I say shalom. Wa above above. Wa for tuning in. And y'all about your mouth shall continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. Hey, right here. Exodus 15:3. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Yahweh Bahashim is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Hold on, I got to get this. Isaiah. Isaiah 42. What did it say? Let's read it. For the Lord is a man of war. Isaiah 42:13. Yahweh shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. You see? Hold on. I got to get this now. Oh, man. This is beautiful. Deuteronomy 25:17, the Lord say, no, Exodus. That's what I want. Exodus. Salakia. Exodus. Exodus 17. Right? Let's get this. The Lord is a man of war, and he's stirring up jealousy like a man of war, right? Why? Because the Lord said, Exodus 17:16, for he said, because the Lord have sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. You see, the Lord is going to have war with Amalek. He's going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And what did it tell you in Jeremiah 50:45? Let's see what that say. See, the Lord going to have war with the chief house of Edom from generation to generation. Jeremiah 50:45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he have taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he have proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who is the least of the flock? It's the small hats. It's the chief house of Edom, Amalek. You see it? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Who? With Babylon. You see it? Yeah. So he's going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So again, Ronald, Dalton, why is there a space force? Because the Lord is going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And he's drawing out the least of the flock. Beautiful, man. Can't make this up. So the Wa for tuning in. Again, till next time, Shalom. Wa, ba, ba, ba.